Welcome to Lessons Straight from the Heart, where wisdom meets storytelling, where culture meets meaning, and where voices from the past echo into the future. I am Mail Dopsy, and am your host on today's episode. Today, we will talk about patience. Patience. It's a word we throw around easily, but do we really understand what it means? Today's story isn't about a grand event or a life-changing moment. It's about a simple wooden chair and the lesson it carved into my heart. When I was younger, I had this old wooden chair. It wobbled, it creaked, and it drove me crazy. Every time I sat on it, I'd feel the instability, and I'd get frustrated, thinking, why don't we just throw this thing away? This question stayed and grew in my thoughts. One day, I complained to my father. I said, "Why do we still have this useless chair? It's broken." And with a smile, my father said,
"Sit on it and wait, the chair is not broken. You're just in a hurry."
So I sat. I waited, and waited, till minutes felt like hours. But as I sat there, something shifted. Not in the chair, but in me. I noticed the small details I'd never paid attention to before. The smoothness of the wood from years of use, the little carvings on the side, probably made by my grandfather, and the way the chair found its balance when I stopped shifting impatiently. After what felt like forever, my father said softly,
"You see, the chair was never the problem. It's your impatience that made it feel unstable. Sometimes, life feels wobbly because we don't sit still long enough to find its balance. My darling, be patient. It's one of life's secret ingredient."
How often do we rush through life, frustrated by things that aren't really broken? Relationships, jobs, even ourselves. We think the problem is out there, but sometimes it's just that we haven't given life enough time to settle. Patience isn't about waiting for time to pass. It's about how you behave while you wait. It's about sitting still long enough to see that life, like that chair, often balances itself if you give it a chance. As we come to the end of today's meeting, I will love to ask you questions. Now I ask you, what's the wobbly chair in your life? Is it a situation you're rushing to fix, a relationship you think is broken, or maybe even your own self-doubt? Just pause. Sit with it. Maybe it's not broken after all. Maybe you just need to find your balance. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll. Subscribe to join us daily for more stories that connect us all. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment straight from the heart. And if you know someone who's struggling to find their balance, share this with them. One thing is for sure, life is a story. Let's tell it together. Straight from the heart, where stories shape destiny. On Lessons Straight from the Heart, you can be sure of timeless wisdom and proverbs. Life